Hi guys, so I did not end up going to the place that I initially wanted to go to, because I thought I might just find a place I can walk that's on the way back home instead of like driving so far. It's not very cost efficient or environmentally friendly, I guess. But this place, it's a beach that we used to go to a lot when I was younger, with my uncle who passed, and with my cousins and stuff. So there's a lot of good memories here, and it's beautiful as well. So I'm excited to show you guys.
Darling, you send me. I know you send me. Darling, you send me. I know you send me. Darling, you send me.
I could not help myself. I found this really nice spot right here. I set up my camera, so I'm gonna do some advanced selfies. I wish I had another camera that I could have filmed the whole process with, so that you can see how I do it, but for now I'm just gonna have to like tell you. So that was ice cold. I had to take off my jacket and my jumper, and even I stripped all the way down to like bare top to get these photos. Like, I feel like photographers all over the world gets me when I'm saying I will literally do anything, well, almost anything within my limits, obviously, for a good photo, or for that photo like I imagined. And sometimes I even plan my travels around places I know I can get that one good shot. So yeah, I got some cool photos. I'll just leave them here.
Send me. I know you send me. Darling, you send me. I know you send me. Darling, you send
Okay guys, it's time to answer the questions from my Instagram, and I got a few questions. First question: do you wear vintage? Yes, I do wear vintage. I love vintage. Part of my New Year's resolution is to not do any shopping unless necessary, and a big one for that is clothes. I do allow myself to buy used, secondhand or vintage if I absolutely do need something, and if I can find it secondhand or vintage. The sunglasses that I'm wearing at the start of this video are vintage. I got those from Jerusalem in Talpiot. I got a comment, not a question really, but I love the energy and motivation I get from you. Looking forward to it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Love the encouragement. It gives me energy as well. It gives me motivation to continue making these videos. Another comment: appreciating the persistence you put into your page and detailed information you provide. Amazing, thank you. That's a comment I would not have foreseen. Like, yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Doing what and where? Wow, I haven't really thought about. Life goes the way it goes, so you can't really do much other than plan a, let's say, like an imaginary future. But I try to stay as much as I can in the present. But one of my goals, my 5-year goals, is to have bought a apartment by that time. Hopefully I have a full-time job that I have been in for a few years so that I can get that apartment. Also applied for university again, so if it's meant for me, I hope that I get in, and that by 5 years I will be nearly finished and possibly be working as a therapist. That would be amazing. If that doesn't work, I am hoping that my photography is gonna kick off and that I will just continue developing and get better so that I can actually do something with that. How long have you taken photos and what's your favorite photo taken? That's a great question. I have been taking photos, I think, like, what I can remember, the first time I started taking photos as like an art form or a way of expressing myself, I think I was about 10 or 12 maybe, possibly before that. But my dad, he had that's kind of like the time where when I was like 10, 12 was when digital cameras came about, and my dad, he bought one. So when we were out on the boat and stuff like that, I used to take it, and I used to love taking macros, so I would always be like up close to like details of the boat or in the sea and stuff like that. And from then on it kind of like developed, and I started taking photos from my phone when camera phones came about. And I used to go out with my best friend at a time, and we used to take photos of each other. So yeah, we just developed that habit of doing that. We used to always like call it that we wanted to go out to take a new profile picture for our Facebook. That was cool. I started off with a was it a Walkman, Sony Ericsson Walkman, like the really thin one with like the orange back and the black on the front. Yeah, that was funny. But yeah, about 9 years ago, I think they got bored of me stealing their camera all the time, so my parents had got me for Christmas a DSLR camera, Nikon D3000, and it was like a big pack with like 2 lenses, and like I got a camera bag and everything. And I remember, like I did not expect that. That was also one of the first Christmases where I didn't peek on any presents, so it was an actual surprise when I opened it, and I remember like tearing up, and it was like, I think it's the best present that I've ever received. My favorite photo taken, that's difficult, because what category are you talking about? Talking about like advanced selfies, or talking pictures I take of others, or landscape, macros? But just let's scroll through my feed. From my feed, like I think the pictures that I like the most is the ones that I planned like beforehand, and it's come out better than I expected, or just as I saw it in my head. That's like a really nice feeling of accomplishment. So I think that's why I like these ones. What advice do you have for anyone else in quarantine? Stay positive, keep yourself busy, start a project, like a time-consuming project that like will take your mind off you being in quarantine, really. And definitely, most definitely, spend as much time as you can out in nature, because just being out will ground you and will make you feel like you're not so like closed up and claustrophobic, I guess. Yeah, definitely. I thought it was gonna be difficult here in the camper van, but it hasn't really. Like I barely spend any time in here in the daytime, and in the evening I edit photos, pictures, and I cook a little bit, and then like I'll sleep. So yeah, stay positive. This is gonna pass, guys. It's all good. love to all of you guys, and have a good evening. See you tomorrow. Peace and love.